Welcome, everybody. Mount Vernon Kid here, coming to you again with Opinion Spot Q&A. How's everybody doing out there? Hope everybody is well on their end. First and foremost, gonna be a little something different this time around. Right off the back, I'm gonna let you guys on the. Not a lot of questions this week. It's okay, no problem. I understand people are busy. So in light of that, I'm going to improvise on some things, okay? So I'm going to give you some news and stuff like that in our world as well. And want to hear your thoughts on it, okay? But with the people that do have questions, I'm going to get to them right away. So with the only person to give me questions this week, a lot of my other people that usually give me a question apologized, outside of my main branch of questions. Of course, as a veteran, of course, is respect my friend Lee. I always can respect 2007 to give me questions, and he given me about 4. So I'm gonna get these questions out right now, and then from there I'll do what else I wanted to do for this week. Okay, so the first question what I wanted to get out is, Respect asks me, number 1, do you like nature stuff? Examples: shows like Monster Quest, Walking with the Dinosaurs, Sea Monsters. For me, I love this kind of nature because I love to know what else is in these waters and woods, and I find these very interesting. Monster Quest episodes I liked was like, Sasquatch Bigfoot. That episode was freaking. I like that episode. Well, believe it or not, guys, I'm into very much a lot of nature shows. I one of my favorite channels, which I have it on my DVR as favorite channel, is Animal Planet and history and stuff like that. Monster Quest, yes, I do watch Monster Quest. Respect. I've watched every Monster Quest season that has been out, and I find that stuff very interesting as well, because as far as I'm concerned, there's still undiscovered species, undiscovered creatures on this planet that haven't been discovered yet, and it's just waiting for somebody to discover them. Do I believe in Sasquatch and Bigfoot? I'm proud to say yes, I do. I don't think that so many people can make up a hoax and find that this creature is in every corner of North America, as well as as well as overseas as well. There's too much. It can't be a hoax. Nobody can just make that stuff up. The way I look at it, somebody once said to me like this, and I think it was one of my senseis that said it: all legends have a bit of truth to them, basically. And what he meant by that was basically like, they just didn't come up with this. There was some bit of truth to this. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in that stuff. Yes, I do. I believe in all those shows. Like you said, Monster Quest. I loved Walking with the Dinosaurs. My favorite dinosaur of all time was Triceratops. I watch a lot of that stuff. Even shows like let's see. What's the show that comes on Animal Planet? Oh God, I forgot the name of the show, but it's a guy. His name is Jeremy Wade, and he catches these. River Monsters. That's the name of it. He catches these giant fish that are considered river monsters, and he shows them off to people. He catches them, and then he releases them back in the water. Like, he was down in Thailand, and he caught this giant river stingray. It's huge female stingray. And not only did he catch it, she gave birth to right there when he caught it. I was like, wow. The stinger on this creature was huge, and then you get to see, God rest his soul, is what happened with the crocodile hunter. You can see how sharp they showed the sting on the barb of the stingray, and you can see how sharp this thing is. It was great, but it was really good. I love that show. But the bottom line, respect, I love that show. I love the shows that you just said. I do watch Animal Planet and Monster Quest and all those very much. Okay. Sorry about that. Went on a rant. Respect's next question is, do you think that Iceman should get an ongoing series? Would you love to see Iceman have his own video game as well? Parentheses, it says he loved my Iceman tribute. It was beautiful and awesome. Iceman is one of my favorite X-Men. I would love to see Iceman in his own comic series, and Iceman and the Iceman video game will be a lot of fun in his book. I would like the gameplay similar to Spider-Man 3. It would be very fun to play around with his ice powers, do crazy stuff with them. You can freeze the whole ocean, things like that. As for an ongoing series, Marvel has tried plenty of times to get other X-Men into their own ongoing series. Storm has had one, Rogue, Gambit, Beast has had one. So that's why later on Marvel had just did like a series called, I think, Marvel Icons or so. I'm not sure if I remember correctly. And some X-Men had like a 4-part series, like Cyclops, I have that. Tigra, Iceman had one, but it seems like no other X-Men outside of, you can say Cable as well, can't really hold a ongoing series like Wolverine can. Now, is that a shame? Yes, it is a shame, but it's also it's also because of Wolverine's story, his origin and things like that. He has such a rich, tragic history past that you could tell stories about that, you know what I'm saying? But with Bobby, even though I would love to see it, but I just can't see it because there's only so much you can do with Bobby, and I'm not trying to do, because I love Bobby too. He's one of my favorites. Can't disrespect him, but I don't see him really having a series just based on him, because it's gonna be like, okay, what enemies he gonna really have outside of the enemies that he's made with the X-Men? You know what I'm saying? But the story that they told, that 4-part series that I remember, he was in Japan, if I remember correctly, and that was a pretty decent story. I enjoyed that, but it's hard to have Bobby in just an ongoing series. I'm not saying that it's bad. That's a great idea. I wish they would, but I just can't see it going forward, getting a thumbs up to green light it. Okay, we're gonna give Bobby Iceman a ongoing series. Like I said, Storm's failed. Rogue's Rogue had a 12 part, and I have all 12 issues of that. Gambit, I was loving Gambit series until they canceled that. Even when Wolverine and Gambit had their own ongoing series, it was great. But Bobby, it would be pretty hard. As for a video game, I could kind of see it. I mean, somebody could come up with a story behind it. It'd be pretty interesting. Gameplay, I would like to see. Yeah, you could just play around with his ice powers. And thank you again, respect, for that comment. You're not the only one that has been coming to me and saying, you know, that I did a good job with Iceman. A lot of people has been saying the one thing. A lot of people, even besides that, was the music. Where did you get that music from? Everybody wants to know. So what I did was I put up a link to it where you can basically download the music. Download that music that I used for it. The title of it is called Glacier, but I don't know the artist. But you can download it right from where on my tribute. So that's just my courtesy. If anybody else wants to listen to it or use it, there you have it.